Hi, today we have a Peugeot 407 with a 2-liter diesel engine. I'm going to show you how to change the timing belt and coolant pump. I'm going to start with raising the vehicle, remove the right front wheel. So next I'm going to remove this plastic mud cover. There is two fast plastic pins, and at the bottom we have 1, 2, 3 and one bolt here. They are all with Torx 25. I have removed the plastic cover. So next first thing to do is I'm going to lock the crankshaft. Now you can see where the special tool is installed. So I have to turn the crankshaft. It looks like this. Now this is a M8 bolt, and I'm going to turn the crankshaft, and I'm going to push this special tool, and when the hole of the flywheel is at the same point with the tool, it's going to lock the flywheel, and I'm going to turn the crankshaft with I think it's with 21mm wrench. I'm turning the crankshaft pulley clockwise with a 22mm wrench. I have to apologize, I made a small mistake. And when the hole of the flywheel is aligned with the tool can insert into the flywheel, and now the flywheel is locked. So next is I'm going to remove the drive belt for the alternator and for the AC compressor. I'm going to use a 15mm wrench to insert into the so with 15mm wrench I am pushing anti-clockwise to release the tension of the drive belt, and after that I can remove it. Now it's removed, and last thing to do right now is I'm going to remove this hose over here so I can drain the coolant. I have removed the hose and the coolant is now drained. So now I'm going to refit the hose, and I'm going to lower the vehicle and start removing from the top side of the engine. Also I have supported the engine, so now I can start removing on this side. I'm going to remove the engine mount, remove the plastic cover on top of the engine. Now that the plastic cover is removed, I'm going to disconnect the fuel lines. For that I have to press this yellow plastic here, and I have to pull it out from the filter, and for the return line I have to pull out the middle plastic with a screwdriver, and then I have to press like that. So now I can remove the hoses on that side, and I will be able to remove the engine mount. For the engine mount we have 4 bolts with Torx 50 and one nut with 16mm wrench, and also one bolt with 16mm wrench. I have removed the engine mount, but also I had to open one bolt here with 10mm wrench so I can move the expansion tank a little, and remove completely the engine mount. Now I'm going to start opening the bolts of the plastic cover and also removing the wire cables, because they have plastic pins and their cables are attached to the plastic cover of the timing belt. So I have removed the plastic clips from the timing belt cover. There is one here, one we have a little lower. Remove this bolt and this bolt with 10mm wrench. Also I have disconnected the crankshaft position sensor. Remove the clips, and there is a clips a little I will try to show it, and I have to open this nut also with 10mm wrench, and then I can remove the upper timing belt cover. I have removed the plastic cover, so now we can see the position of the nut, and we have see the bolts. At behind we have one clips here and one clips here that is holding the wires. Also I have locked the camshaft. Now sometimes it's possible for the camshaft locking hole to end up on this side. In that way you have to remove the crankshaft locking tool and turn the crankshaft 2 rotations, and after that it will be aligned so to lock again the crankshaft and camshaft together in the same pin. I am using M8 bolt here to lock the camshaft. So next is to open the crankshaft pulley, the center bolt with 22mm wrench, and after that I can remove the plastic cover. I have opened the center bolt anti-clockwise for opening, and now I have to remove the plastic cover. We have two bolts, and one we have from the top side. It's right over here. And also I have to remove the crankshaft position sensor, one bolt with 10mm wrench. Now that the timing belt cover is removed, I can loose the tensioner. I can loose it with 13mm wrench, and I can remove the timing belt. I have removed the timing belt, remove the timing belt tensioner, remove the timing belt. So now I have to remove the idler pulley. The idler pulley is mounted on this bolt of the aluminum mounting. I don't have to remove the whole mounting. I'm only removing this bolt, and the idler pulley can be removed. This bolt is with 16mm wrench. This is the bolt that is holding, and this is the idler pulley. So next is to remove the coolant pump. The coolant pump can be opened from the lower side of the vehicle. I'm going to raise the vehicle a little so the engine can lower down, and after that I'm going to open the bolts that hold the coolant pump with 11mm wrench. There are 5 bolts, and now the coolant pump is removed. So now I'm going to clean the area where the gasket is for the coolant pump, and I'm going to install the new one. I have cleaned the coolant pump area where the seal is supposed to stay with a little sandpaper. Here we have new coolant pump, also timing belt. And this is the timing belt kit. So first I'm going to install the coolant pump. I have installed and tightened the coolant pump, 5 bolts with 11mm wrench. Next I'm going to install the idler pulley. That was on the aluminium mount, 1 bolt with a 16mm wrench. I have installed the idler pulley. Now I'm going to install the tensioner. I am returning the tensioner and I am inserting a pin so I can easily install the timing belt. And this part should be blocked. There is a pin under the camshaft. So it's supposed to be something like this, and I'm going to install the bolt, but I'm not going to tighten it. I'm only turning with hand. And now I can install the timing belt. So now that the timing belt is installed, I'm going to remove this pin, let the tensioner to work. And now I need a 6mm hex wrench, and I have to turn it anti-clockwise until the pointer of the tensioner is aligned with the marking. The problem is it's too tight to now you can see where it's moving. It needs to be aligned with the marking like that. And now I can tighten it with a 13mm wrench. Okay, now it's installed, it's tightened. So next I'm going to install the lower plastic cover, install the crankshaft pulley, and after that I'm going to turn the engine 2 rotations clockwise, and after that I can recheck the tensioner. If needed, I can readjust. I have installed the lower plastic cover. I have installed the 2 bolts at the bottom. I am not installing the nut. The nut I'm going to install after I install the upper plastic cover. And also I have installed the top bolt on the aluminium mounting, also with 10mm wrench. That is this one. And now I'm going to install the magnetic strip for the RPM sensor. You have to be very careful with this one, because if this magnetic strip is damaged, the car is not going to start. Then I'm going to install the RPM sensor. Like this. Tighten it with 10mm wrench, and after that I can install the crankshaft pulley. I'm going to tighten it with a 22mm wrench, and after I tighten it, I can remove the locking pins, and I can rotate the crankshaft 2 rotations clockwise, and after that I'm going to recheck the tensioner. I have turned the crankshaft 2 rotations clockwise, so now I'm checking the tensioner, and I can see that the tensioner is aligned, so everything is okay. I can install the upper plastic cover, and after that I can install the engine mount. I have installed the upper plastic cover, tightened 2 bolts with 10mm wrench, returned the wiring, install the plastic clips on this side. So now I just have to install the nut that is holding both plastics, and install the wire, connect with the RPM sensor. I have installed the nut, connected the crankshaft sensor, installed the plastic clips that are holding the cable. So now I can install the engine mounting. I have installed the engine mount, one nut here with 16mm wrench, one bolt here with 16mm wrench, and 4 bolts with Torx 50. Now I can reconnect the fuel hoses, install the plastic bracket here. I'm going to reconnect them, and I'm going to pump on the manual pump until the pump hardens. That means that the fuel system is with no air. I have connected the fuel lines, also I have pump on the pump. So now the pump is very hard to press. That means that there is no more air in the system. And now I can return the expansion tank, one bolt with 10mm wrench, and also connected the 3 hoses, one at the bottom, 2 at the top. I have installed the expansion tank, so I'm going to refill it with antifreeze later. Now I'm going to raise the vehicle, and I'm going to install the drive belt for the alternator. I'm going to install new drive belt. This is the dimension. This is the original part number. I have installed a new drive belt, so now I'm going to install the plastic mat cover, and I'm going to lower the vehicle, install the wheel. I have installed a plastic mat cover, 2 plastic pins, and 4 bolts. One we have here, and 3 we have at the bottom. Now I'm going to lower the vehicle, install the wheel, and refill with coolant antifreeze. I have refilled with new coolant, and I didn't find any caps for bleeding the air of the coolant like 1.6 HDi model. So now I can start the vehicle, start the engine. I'm going to let the engine to work and warm up until it reaches normal working temperature. And after that I'm going to refill with coolant, because when it starts circulating the coolant, and it's going to overfill everywhere. particle filter additive is too low, needs to be refilled with new additive. The engine is working good. So I'm going to let the engine to work, like I said, until it reaches normal working temperature. Then I'm going to refill it with coolant and I'm going to close the cap. This means that I am finished. If you like to see more videos, please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and thank you for watching.